Passivity in his contemplation, since the realization of God's will demands that the person throw all of himself into the cause. There is no gloom in his dedication, since it is sustained by a confidence that the Holy Spirit is at work in us all, in the world and in the cosmos. Kingman Brewster, Jr. Anyone who has ever met Father Ted Hesburgh walked away with a story. Here's mine. When I was a graduate student at the University of Notre Dame, I had a small office on the 12th floor of the library, a building named after Father Ted, but better known as Touchdown Jesus, for its huge mural of Christ looking out over the football stadium. The office was small, just big enough for a desk, but it had a spectacular view of the campus. It was the same view, I bragged to my friends, that Father Hesburgh had, whose much larger office was directly above my own. Hesburgh had stepped down as university president several years earlier. During his 35-year tenure, he had become a national leader in civil rights, public policy, and education. He had advised popes and presidents, served on countless commissions and boards, and even earned the world record for the most honorary degrees received. Thus, retirement was something of a relative term for Father Hesburgh. Well into his 80s, he still went into the office every day, and one of the best things about my time on the 12th floor was that I often got to share the elevator with Father Ted. Hesburgh loved to talk to students. Whenever students got on the elevator, he immediately asked them what they were studying. When they said physics or history, Hesburgh would share some anecdote about his work on the Atomic Energy Commission or the time he marched with Martin Luther King, Jr. Over the months we rode the elevator together, I had the same conversation with Father Hesburgh 3 times. Every time the conversation began with his question, "What are you studying today?" And every time I responded, "I'm working on my dissertation in theology." "Really?" he said, clearly not remembering our previous chats. "You know, my doctorate was in theology." "What's the topic?" "I'm writing on lay ministry in the Catholic Church," I replied. "Really?" Hesburgh said, as he looked up at me with new interest.